Alfa, CP Comboios de Portugal, procedente de Lisboa, Santa Apolónia e com destino a Braga, que deverá dar entrada na linha número 1. Circula com um atraso de 5 minutos. A sua hora prevista de chegada é às 16 horas e 15 minutos. Pedimos a vossa compreensão pelos incômodos causados. Dentro de minutos, dará entrada na linha número 1. O comboio.
Entrevista do Darwin Nunes é o que abriu o marcador. Os adeptos acreditam. A luz pode voltar outra vez. E a luz e hoje quem vai gritar o gol. Se a bola entrar, vão ser os adeptos. Eu depois vou acompanhar. Ai, ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar. Ele vai atirar.
Sheesh! what a picture, what a photo, what a finish, what a way to start the fucking show. You feel me? Holy shit! I was like, oh, I got this picture on the backdrop. Let me add that to the beginning of the show real quick. So that's the first thing everybody sees. What's going on, everybody, man? It's me, it's Alex, it's Mr. Mello. I'm here with Joe. We're missing one today. Shout to Mario. Mario's just not feeling a little good. So it's gonna be a 2-man show today, man. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. Fresh back from the fatherland. I was there for a quick little unexpected 1-week trip, which was cool. Got to see the Porto match. And got to watch the Juve match in Porto, which was interesting. Actually, I know we'll get more into it later, but it was wild because obviously, you're in Porto. I'm not going to be wearing Benfica stuff or anything. I'm not stupid. But when I went to go watch the Juve game, I'm like, all right, I'm just trying to go to a place that has a TV. I walk in, the manager of this place, massive Benfica fan. I was like, yo, you guys going to show the game? And the people are like, yeah, I think it's going to be on. And I was like, all right, not a great sign, but whatever. I'll just go and watch it. This dude's propped up against the TV, like only table next to the TV. He's propped up like this, just alone with his laptop and stuff on the table, just looking like, it was an unreal experience. A lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. And that's also why I put in the YouTube comment, like back from the belly. Oh, the Twitter, back from the belly of the beast. You know what I mean? Because I've been to a lot of games. You know what I mean? But to be in like I said, the belly of the beast, man. I know you're gonna have some stories for us as we go on to the show. And we're gonna definitely start with Porto. And just first of all, thanks everybody for joining us, man. I know you guys have been in there, since the beginning, before I even started, man. So we appreciate you guys for keeping it booming. I want to just shout out everybody: Nelson, SLBES. I think we had Zach Silva in there, Richie Q. Obviously, I mean, these guys were in there from the beginning. So we thank you guys for joining us again. We're back. Obviously, the games that are on are kind of on awkward days for us. Joe was in Portugal. Porto was Friday. Things got, we got things, we got things to do, unfortunately, and it just schedules don't work. But it worked today, obviously, unfortunately, again, for Mario. I hope you feel better, brother. But let's get into it, man. Let's talk about why we're here today, man. We're going to start with, we'll touch the Caldas game real quick. I mean, we were in the land of the dick, home of the free and brave and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that was just real quick. There was a lot of change, and there wasn't a lot of numbers that I found out that I could find or anything like that. I know it was a lot of, not too much change at the game at that time for Roger Schmidt with the starting lineup, but there was definitely changed up top. Gonzalo Ramos didn't start. I think it was Pinho who actually got to start, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, but yeah, it was actually Pinho. I kind of just remember that from just because that was the first. That's the one thing I remember about the game is it's like, what the fuck is PNU? Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is PNU doing? Why can't we get or just the beginning of like of the game is like, why isn't the cat
Enrique
Musa?
Rouge, no?
Why isn't Musa
Or
or
Musa?
Ben or Eddie? Well, I say Musa because real quick, I know Joe, I know, don't jump on me, and I'm not saying that because that's the pecking order. That's the pecking order. You know what I mean? And the
Right.
guy had just, if I'm not mistaken, he had just scored his first goal like the week before,
Yeah.
right? And then you start beating you over Musa. It just didn't make sense. Yes, Zacharias saying it, being you never again. You know what I mean? So I wasn't the only one. I'm not
But
far
you know what
off.
I'm saying, Mello? It's like for me in that situation, I was even thinking. So I was going to kind of just pick out real quick, like Caldas, obviously, like people are saying in the chat, that was our worst game all season. We played PSG, Juve twice. Like we struggled the most against them. Okay, first of all, like the atmosphere was incredible. Their crowd was absolutely
Their
wild.
crowd
They know
was
they
nice.
have a great fan. It was like a true festa de tassa, like they say, right? Like they were having a party in the stands the whole match. Like that was a fun. It sucks that we had to see Benfica play poorly. Thankfully, we got like the win more or less, in one way or another. But it was like a great atmosphere. Like if as a neutral, that's a great match to watch. Right.
And like Furioso said here, shout out to you, brother, because I might be the first time live with us, so I appreciate you joining us. They have been a recent cup winner there, and you got to give a little bit to whoever plays Benfica. That's their Super Bowl.
We always say that, right? And it's like,
I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm sure their cup game is much more prestigious than just playing a one-off with Benfica. But to play Benfica, if you can go in there and beat Benfica, that's your Super Bowl.
these kids, like, and they were saying too, right? Like these guys have jobs, and so they're not playing at the professional level. They're not even in the second division. So it's like there's a team on the island, for example, that these guys are working as plumbers or working at like electric shops or Walmart, like Pinduoduo and stuff, and then going to play. So like for these guys, they're watching Benfica in the weekend, like rooting for them or rooting against them, if they're Sporting or Porto fans or whatever it is. So like these guys are just like normal people, and being able to play in those games, it's like for some of them, it's like, hey, I'm not a professional right now, but if I do well in this game, a D2, like a second league team might come and get me or something like that. So like
if I score a goal 1-on-1 with the keeper, bing, bang, right?
And if you look at the footage,
we got a couple guys who can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like for me, that game, the thing that stuck out aside from the atmosphere was like Musa
just
was
dig, obviously.
Musa had so many chances, man. Like yes, he scored in this match too, but like he should have had 3 or 4. But at the same time, I'm getting on him. But Mello, when you come in at halftime, you're like, as a striker, especially as professionals, a lot of these guys, right? Most of these guys, every team they've played on, they've been the guy, right? Yeah. So they're starters and everything. It's tough to adjust to a game, right? In the middle of the game. So like it's tough for Musa to come in at halftime, even though he did have a decent amount of time to, get in the swing of things.
But Joe, also too, and I want to say this about Musa, that's not Roger's guy, man.
No, he was the first signing before pre-Roger.
Right. That's not Roger's guy. Musa's he needs to play with another striker. Like he can't be the guy in my mind. I think if he played off somebody, maybe he might be a little bit more serviceable. Maybe he can use because he's a guy who's not necessarily a shooter, but he can definitely use his athleticism and his body. Yeah, he's massive. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he's massive. You can't teach size when a motherfucker is that big. You know what I mean? But again. And then Antonio Silva makes that mistake. Like he says, shit happens. You know what I mean? Aggressiveness gets you. He misses it, and if I remember it, like he just bites.
Play.
Yeah, it's an awkward real play. I mean, he got beat. He made a mistake. We all remember that. But just to put the bow on that and get to the meat of the show. They take us to penalties. We go all the way to penalties. It kind of bothered me that we couldn't find a way to not go to penalties.
Time, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And that goes with and again, like the chat is saying, having Enrique Rouge out there or someone just else. Like I hope in January we find somebody else to compliment. Look, SLB just Rema. I'm literally saying it as I read it pops up. We do need a striker. Ramos hasn't completely convinced me either, but that guy does a lot of good. I mean, if you watch it, if you watch just him, if you just watch just him, he moves a lot. And without, we only have one winger. Benfica only has one winger. Rafa Silva ain't a winger no more. You know what I mean? He's more of a cam, if you will, a center mid.
That's the position he's been playing the best in.
Yeah, Neres is the only winger we have. João Mario is. We're playing like a cam.
João Mario's a cam playing in the wing. Ausner's is a midfielder playing in the wing. Yeah,
playing in the wings. Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's kind of weird. And then you're playing with one striker. I don't understand. You know what I mean? But Rafa Silva's a striker in a way.
Yeah,
because he's a center forward. He's more of a center forward, but in a weird way, like in a weird.
He's like a journeyman. I like him, but like the thing with
he's a plumber.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes
to
like Gonçalo to Ramos, like the thing that it just bothers me is like on the ball, right? Like he's great on the ball. He's great pressuring. He's unreal when it comes to opening up space and just making those runs. But when he gets the ball, bad touches, bad passes. This like even on the one of the goals in the Juve match, right? It ends up being the fourth goal that Benfica has, the one in the second half, which we'll get to. Bonucci makes a bad pass because he stole the ball from Ramos because Ramos.
But also Ramos. But then if you go like he said, saying I said his work rate. I mean, look at the goal versus if we're just piggybacking, look at the goal versus PSG. He put Danilo in a bad spot. Yes, he didn't get the goal. It wasn't off his head. But his work rate puts him in a back spot. Now the deep, so that the ball comes out, and the cross comes in. But while the cross comes in, while all that's happening, Gonçalo Ramos is working in the box, and now the defense now he's got like, you know what I mean? Like now he's got Danilo leaning one way, and then he has to come back on offense real quick, and boom, the ball goes in. And he puts him in a bad spot. No, Ramos.
He's a second striker anyway.
No, he ain't. No, he's definitely not any of those. Guys, but we're fucking like we win. You know what I mean? Like,
it's weird, but it's like you're playing almost. It's like
Rafa Silva.
Who's the team? There's a team just recently too that was playing like it was like City right before they got Haaland. They had like a year or two where they just didn't have a striker. No striker.
Yeah,
right.
And then they got Haaland, and now they're the best thing since sliced bread. I swear to God, like watching Haaland.
I hope we don't get that.
I just want to say, like, I'm not talking about like forget 5-star skills, forget all that shit. Erling Haaland is the best player that's playing football right now. No,
he's unreal. He's unreal.
like he's the best player at doing what you're supposed to do is a striker.
Yeah,
at football. You know what I mean? Like, but at football. You know what I mean? Like. That means like it's crazy. Like I said, I'm not talking about 5-star skills and how fast I'm just talking about like
it's a shit touch. Like no, like the guy scores goals.
Right.
He gets,
at playing football.
Goals. Yeah, it's a results driven business, right? They always talk about it. He's scoring. So
it's crazy. Not only he's crazy in FIFA, but yeah, fucking just in real life. Like Jesus Christ, I've never seen a guy like so dominant in the 10 yards that's around him. Like a 10-yard radius, anything 10 yards around him, maybe 10 yards. I'm giving 10 yards of the radius.
He's massive.
But
honestly, I think when I look at like when I kind of look at the chat, right? Like what I see them saying about everything about Ramos, it's like at the end of the day, I really don't think that that's hurt us so much because like when you look at the chances we're creating chances we just can't finish. And I don't know.
No.
We have multiple. So like right now, how many strikers do we have on our roster? We have
one.
Ramos, who's technically a striker, right? Yeah, well, like he is a striker in our team.
You mean like for real? Like on the depth chart?
Three. We have Musa, even though he was not there. Guess what? Next year we'll have Carlos Vinicius back because believe it or not, he's still on the squad. We currently have Pinu, who was a bad 5-year signing, but that was But like, look, Pinu and Musa were classic signings where it's like. They
must have signed him for like he must have signed with Benfica for medical.
Literally, no, but we knew he was going to get a knee surgery too, and Musa
so he could get dental insurance.
Yeah, but we signed these guys because they were good in the Liga, within the Portuguese league, and then we're like, you know what? Hey, worst case scenario, they won't be scoring against us, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, so he got Nelson. Nelson said he got sold to Fulham, so we don't own Carlos anyways. But Benfica pulled it out. We win in shootouts. And shootouts is any man's game, right, Joe? Like it just anyone can win. And you never know. but I felt real confident in like there's no way they're gonna beat us in penalties, right? There's no fucking way. And Benfica did their job, and we need that. I want that. I want everything that we got coming. I want it all. Every cup, all of it. I want that cup, this cup, coffee cups. I want everything that we could possibly win. I want to win. So we win in penalties. And which, to be honest, because let's get into the meat of the potatoes, right? Let's get into the show here. Let's get to why we all wanted to come here. They started fucking going off in the chat already. We played a Classico. So I just want to transitioning into this game, into these Classico, coming from Caldas, where you're fucking, what can I say, really? You play like shit, you win, but it's not very, for us as a fan, for me as a fan, you're not very confident going into a Classico.
Not at all, especially when it's in Porto. It's in Porto.
Not that I don't want to put it in just in a vacuum. Not that we haven't been playing great as a whole, but damn, I wanted to like go in, whoop Caldas ass. You know what I'm saying? That way I felt like we're here.
We were saying
before, you know what I mean?
We were saying going into that Porto game that would, like, the Caldas match, that Taça was nice because we would have like a confidence builder. Because we had the two PSG matches right before that, and we're like, ooh, like I'm talking about even when we looked at October, because everyone said October is going to be, that's going to be when you see how good this Benfica team is. Here we are 20 games later, still undefeated, but
put some respect on our name.
Right? But going into it, we said, okay, you have Juve, you have two PSG matches, right? Or Juve end of September, whatever. You have two PSG matches, then you have Caldas. So regardless of what happens against PSG, you have a recovery game. And the Caldas game ends up being worse. So then, like you said, we go into Porto and we're like, look, these guys play us well at home. The last time we beat Porto period was at the Dragão as well. Back when João Felix and Rafa scored those goals, right? We had Felix kneeling.
I'll never forget
right?
it.
But still,
that was 9 games ago? How was that? Was that many games?
Yeah.
It's 2019, bro. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
I couldn't believe that. And listen, there were some games where I think
fucking crazy, man.
Against us and stuff, like the Ferro penalty kick where he's pushed in the back and all that stuff.
Like, shit.
2021, we played okay, but
you know how I feel. I remember 2021 we went in there and we bullied them. We played with them. You know what I mean? I think it was a draw. Did we get a draw there?
That was the one where I think it was Grimaldo.
Or no, we
drew 1-1.
Yeah, we drew 1-1. Yeah.
And we started off really well, and then they scored.
We killed them. We should have won that game. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, man. Porto is one of those teams, just not in when I watch Benfica. I mean, in my life, you know what I mean? That I can't stand. I can't stand them. Can't stand nothing about it. There's like, hey, but you gotta respect. No. Nah, I legit don't have no respect for them whatsoever. But I will say this: playing them is like, do you know when you're a little kid and your big cousin's got something and he's holding it over his head and you trying to reach it and you hella want it and you can't get that shit, like no matter how hard you jump and all that stuff, and then you try to hit him and he blocks it and nope, you're not hitting me. You know what I mean? And you just feel like that where you hold your breath. That pent-up aggression. That
you start seeing the vein.
Yeah, that's how I feel every time we play these motherfuckers, man. Every time we play them. And when I say I don't respect them, what I mean by that is like I don't like them, right? I understand what they're gonna bring to these games every time we play them, and we can get into it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll go with the starting lineup. For the Benfica game, we had Vlachodimos between the pipes, Grimaldo, Otamendi, Antonio Silva, Alexander Ba, João Mario, Florentino Luis, Enzo Fernandez, Frederick Arsenis, who got the nod because of Neres was just on the mend a little bit. What I thought was completely out, which is a little sneaky, and that's what I love about this guy, Roger. I thought I didn't even notice him, like he wasn't even on my radar, Neres. So seeing Arsenis was like, oh wow, he might be a little bit more hurt than I thought. And Rafa and Gonzalo up top. Solid 11, Joe. No problems with it whatsoever. You? No.
I looked at it. I was happy. It was cool to see everyone warming up and stuff. Porto, the thing is, when you look at the Porto lineup, and Zach's kind of joking around, like, right, they sign these guys that kind of no one's ever heard of, but they all end up being scrappy and great, right? Like if you just look at their starting 11, Like obviously Pepe, at least I didn't really know much about him. And I barely follow the Brazilian league. Nobody really talks about
I can get it. Yeah,
right? Evan
get it for
Nielsen, no
you.
one
As
talked
a matter of
about.
fact, yeah, let me get it for you guys. I'll show you what's going on here. Let's share that. Boom.
Taremi too, right? Like these guys, Galeno played for like really when you look at it, David Carmo was really well known. He's the most expensive Portuguese signing within the league, right? They bought him for 20 million. And then that freaky deal where like Braga get an extra 500K every time Porto wins the league, which is definitely probably shouldn't be legal. But anyway, I was happy with the lineup. I thought that out of the gates, I was terrified. So I was there. I sitting, with all the Porto fans, dressed all black, like it's a funeral and everything. But man, they felt confident in the beginning, and honestly, Benfica looked scared to me. I thought that the Caldas match was just a continuation. This was going to be a continuation of that. I didn't feel confident whatsoever. And also, Zach, yeah, I know what you were saying about their physical appearance, but yeah, man, I was not feeling good at all. And up until the red card, I was like, this is going to be a bad day. I did not have a good feeling.
That's how it always starts. Look, I guess I'm having a little trouble with this screen share, so I apologize with that. I wanted to show you guys his information. I lost permission. I gotta do it. I can't do it without fucking getting off the screen. Anyways, look, like I said, every time we play them, I know. Oh, there you go, my boy.
I got it.
Talking about Joe. That's fucking well. No, this is the teamwork here, man. This is why we win. Dude, this teamwork. This is why we've been winning this season, bro. One falls off, we pick up another. Look, I looked at the lineup, man, and you know what? And Joe, I understand that, but Porto should feel confident before they play us, and especially at home. Every Porto fan should have walked in there like, "Yo, we're gonna smop these dudes just like we always do," right?
Yeah,
right. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but that is what it is, bro. It's true. It's fucking true. That's why I don't like them. Right?
Well, and that's the thing. The thing is like, okay, but seriously, someone might say, hey, you're due for a win. It's been 9 games. You're due, but like, nah.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Look, man, these motherfuckers, bro. Jesus, man. Benfica, you're right. They come in. I've seen Porto play this year. I've seen them play when I can. If they're on and I ain't got shit to do, I like to see what's right, like behind enemy lines type shit. This is not for me. This is for y'all. I'm doing that shit for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That you all don't have to do it. So I can come in here and be like, they're trash. You know what I'm saying? And I have. I'm like, yo, I've seen them. They're trash. But I haven't seen them with that tenacity. And that's because Benfica. Like, that's Benfica for you, right? That's how Porto comes to play. So I already expected that completely. What I didn't think, what I was wondering was Enzo Fernandez, was Florentino Luis, and was Frederick going to be ready for what I already knew was going to come? And I don't mean that like, oh, I'm a professional, but I'm saying these guys, Florentino Luis knows the Classico, but he ain't never started in the Classico. This is first Classico that he started, right?
I think he started. I think he may have started.
I could be wrong, but this. How about this?
He started when So when we won the league, the first, which was a game I was at, the August one that we lost 2-0 in the luge, he started.
He started. Okay. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And he played in the one when Gabriel got sent off, I think, too, the year that we ended up winning it. But regardless,
okay.
He hasn't played for 2 years.
Right. So he ain't been there. But yeah, right. He ain't been there. Right. He hasn't been there. Enzo, Frederick. Gonzalo, he understands. I think João Mario, just because he's sporting kind of thing, he understands like how big these rivalries are, right? He understands that.
It was Ba's first one. It was Antonio Silva's first one.
But at least Antonio Silva's Benfiquista. At least they're Benfiquista. His whole life been Benfiquista.
And he's played against the B teams. He's played, well, not really the B teams.
Exactly. Well, yeah, he's 18. Yeah, but yes, absolutely. But what I'm saying is, how are these guys going to react? How are these guys going to react to the pressure? And Enzo, and if you go back to the numbers, I'll be honest, Enzo, he didn't play his best game. I think he probably is one of his worst games.
I think it was his worst game.
In my opinion. Was this him? Is this 7.26? That's him right now?
No, these are the season ratings. It's taken a little while for it to
come
up.
I was about to say. Enzo right here, 4-5. Right here, 4-5. Yeah, I have it here, 4-5 on goal point. So
yeah, goal points kind of harsh. A little bit like they're a little bit harsher, but I like that.
But here's my thing, though, man. how are these guys going to react to the Classico? And in the first 20 minutes, because the double red card came in 27th. I think I'm not mistaken.
27th, you're right.
They were all over us. Yeah, please. They were all over us, though, Joe. All over us. All fucking over us. Again, I'm like, here we go again, man. We can't get past, we can't string passes together. The pressure, we forgot how to play one-on-one. Like, we forgot to play how to play one-on-one. Enzo wasn't looking for the pass. Oh, he was the only person I wanted to pass over the top. And we're going to talk about that shit. The passing, what the fuck was going on? We couldn't keep possession. We kept passing over the
passes.
Right,
we
right.
couldn't connect the passes. We were passing the ball out of bounds. We were giving it back to them off goal kicks. We couldn't win anything. Every loose ball was going to them. It was terrible. They were all over us.
Right. And I'm gonna set you up from here. I'm gonna set you up right here. Then the red card comes, right, Joe? And you know what? Nothing changes. Nothing changes. There's the one man down, and they're still attacking us. They're still creating the better opportunities. They're still fucking, pulling defenders off of players to attack because they knew that the Benfica players weren't handling the pressure right. So their tenacity in that first half, I was just like, fuck, bro. Like, here we go.
And you know what it comes down to, Mello?
Like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? Why they got us like that?
What was interesting to me was at the game, right? So like that red card happens. I thought it was crazy. You know how just to talk about the refereeing and everything, the red card was so obvious that I had super Dragões on both sides of me, and both of them at halftime when we saw, obviously in the moment, they're like, actually, one of them surprised me in the moment, like they freak out right away when the red card goes, and they go, you know what, though, we couldn't see from this angle, and I was like, damn, these guys are kind of reasonable. And then at halftime, when I showed, like, we had our phones out and we saw it on Twitter and stuff, they're like, yeah, that's a red. But you know what? But Bosch should have had a red too. And then they start doing their thing. But like the fact that they admitted that, I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. They can say that Bosch should have gotten a red card. I thought that the
what though?
They were fouls. They were fouls, but they're not like studs up to the middle of the leg like Estacio was. That's the only reason that red card was given. I thought the referee did great. But then you see here, right? And the reason why I brought this up, and I'm not looking at the lineups, which we can look at just real quickly to show you, Mello. Right? Like, we have Enzo wasn't great. Zolmati wasn't great. Ours was great.
Oh, he was a beast.
Right? And Bob really wasn't great either. And like what it comes down to is you look at those four guys that I just talked about, all with yellows. At halftime, Roger had to do something. Because nothing, like you said, nothing changed except Port, especially Otavio, right? Like, we know that's his game. His game was get one of these guys a red card.
That little motherfucker, bro.
I really, honestly, I hate him.
Bro, I can't stand that dude.
I can't stand
what, bro? You know what? If he's on the Portuguese national team, bro, in World Cup, blood.
I'm not going to lie, though, Mello. If he is, I think Portugal go further.
I'm going for Denmark. That's what I'm going for.
With Ba.
With Ba.
Like, what did you think? Yeah, right?
No, Norway. Norway. Excuse me. Norway. The flag.
But
kind of for Norway, bro. That's what I'm going for in the World Cup. They're not even in the World Cup.
Looking through the rest of the game, though, Mel, what did you actually think of the
so check this out.
How it changed?
Yeah, so the changes come, and I am so happy these changes come because I knew we were gonna pick up a car. I was like, any moment now they're gonna bait us. This I see it all the time. All the time I see it happening. It's gonna happen. They're gonna get a red card on us. They're gonna even the score, and they're gonna pull out. This is just my mind working, right? My mind is working here. Like, oh my god, like here we go again. But Roger fucking Schmidt, balls of steel. This man has grapefruits. All right, because making that many changes sometimes can mess up the flow of the game. But he was smart enough to realize there was no flow of the game. So even if I make these changes, you know what I mean? Like nothing's gonna happen. And I'll tell you what, one thing. David Neres completely turned this game on its head. Completely turned it around. And if you all can't see that Benfica is better suited with another winger. We need a winger, bro. I'm good with the striker thing, but Rafa Silva is having a hell of a fucking year. And we're gonna talk more about Rafa Silva right now. All right, because Rafa Silva.
That's a tough question though, Melo, because when you think about it, seriously, who do you take out? Who do you take out from let's look at the starting lineup real quick. Okay.
You gotta take out Fred. You got
We
to
could
take out
talk the
Fred.
same thing
And
about Juve
I
because
know,
the Juve
I know.
starting lineup
I know
is
that
the
sounds crazy.
exact same.
You got to take out Fred. You have to take out Fred, and I'll tell you why.
Did you see
I'll
how
tell
well
you
he
why,
played
brother.
against Juve?
Let me tell you why. I will tell you why you have to take out Fred, and it's not even that easy, that hard for me to tell you. Because Fred, if we could find a winger who could find himself in the positions that Fred finds himself in these attacking positions, then we will be better suited. Because Fred had an opportunity in this same game, in this Porto game, to shoot the ball, and I swear to God, it would have been a goal. It would have been an easy goal for him. But he
hit the post too.
He hit the and he hit the but that was the second time. He had already learned, like, yo, I'm gonna just take the shot the next time, right? First time he was in a really good spot, and he passes the ball off when we could have had probably an easy goal from him. We lacked in depth, right? Frederick is a great guy to come off the bench. I'm just like, I know it sounds crazy because I love him. He's like my favorite player on the team. But if I had a winger in Fred's spot, you can't take off Florentino Luis. You cannot. You can't take off Enzo. He makes the most. He's the best passer in all of Europe. You can't take Enzo out. Florentino Luis puts nothing but sevens up every game. Every game he puts nothing but 6s and 7s. Like the guy is an octopus.
I'm never taking no hit. Yeah, but like what I'm saying is, I think
Rafa Silva is the MVP. Is the best player on this team right now.
Yeah, I mean
he is
right
right
now.
And Gonzalo Ramos, right? And Gonzalo Ramos, his work rate is too crazy. Frederick lacks the offensive. He lacks the offensive prowess in my mind for goals. I need goals out on the wings. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened when Neres came in? When Neres came in, y'all. Hey, the whole game, they had to, the Porto's whole defense had to shift. I mean, a lot of things change. If you can get a guy like that, you can get a guy like that on the wing. And I'm not saying they make him like Neres, but if you could get a fast, athletic winger, and you see Roger Schmidt's not scared to go in at the halftime. Look, Fred's going to get 35 minutes. He's still going to get his 35. He's still going to get his 25. Like, that's still good.
Melo, that's where you could create. I think
you could create depth.
But I don't think Schmidt makes substitutions. That's what we saw in the Juve game. Why did we concede? Like, not to get ahead of ourselves, right? Because we're still talking about Porto. That's why this really, the MVP of this Porto game, for me, if we're looking at just, I guess we can also do quick player of the match, man of the match, right? Since we're here. So really quick, right? Like my player of the match for this game is Grimaldo. I thought he had a fantastic game against Porto. But when it comes to like the play of the game, right, it's Schmidt making that substitution. Because first of all, very unlike him, but he knew that if he doesn't do that, within the first 10 minutes of the second half, Benfica's going down to 10 men. And he even said that in the post-game interview, right? Yeah. And so like for me,
he did.
And for me, that's really what it comes down to. But and it was tough because in the first half, we see Fred hit the post, and then I think it was Rafa's header. Was it Romario? I'm not remembering right now. I think it was Rafa.
No, it was Gonzalo Ramos hit a ball off the post, if I'm not mistaken, or high off the post. It wasn't it?
No, the shot was Frederick, and then it ricocheted, and someone headed it off the ball.
I thought that was Gonzalo Ramos.
It could have been Gonzalo. I'm not remembering right now.
I thought it was, and that hit the post as well.
Right. Yeah. And so like.
It was Gonzalo Ramos, and it had the post.
Yeah. So when you look at this game, right, though, we had chances, but when it comes to, who won us the game, also.
Oh, I know. The man of the match. I already said who it was. It's David Neres. David Neres is the man of the match. David Neres is the man of the match. Now he created the pass to Rafa. He made the pass to Rafa. I'm telling you, the whole game changed because the Porto knew. He's the only player on Benfica right now that you can't run straight at. You cannot run straight at. If you run straight at David Neres, you will run right into the fucking side, the out of bounds. Like, you can't run at him because he's too electric with his feet, too much control. When he brought him in, I was like stunned, like almost upset. Like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me that we could have started off this way instead of, to alleviate the pressure, and now you have this in your back pocket? I didn't even know he was on the fucking player squad. Like, I didn't even know that he was available for substitute, Joe. Like, I didn't. but he definitely changed the game on his head. And you know what, Rafa Silva, I want to say something. Rafa Silva plays good. He shows up against Porto. Rafa Silva be showing up against
Grimaldo
Porto,
too.
man.
Grimaldo,
Yeah, man.
Rafa. It's very
Yeah, man.
actually I won't even say Rafa. Rafa, because Rafa, I mean, we look at traditionally in terms of scoring, yes, he shows up. But I feel like Rafa's thing in general, not so much this year because he switched on. Last season, honestly, up until the Porto games, right? That's kind of where he started to go downhill for the most part. And then he had like kind of picked up a little before he didn't get called up to the national team, that whole thing. But like Rafa, if he gets just like hit a couple times, he'll kind of go quiet. Not the season, but typically.
Not
right?
that
Like,
Porto
typically,
game.
his decision making is shit. This season,
Not
it's been
that Porto
great.
game.
So
no, I got you. Not that Porto game though, bro. They put him on his ass. They always put him on his ass.
No.
He
Correct.
wanted
I'm saying
that.
usually.
And you know what, Joe? Like it was about fucking time, man. About time, right, guys? About fucking time, bro. Get the monkey. I tweeted the picture of Steve. Get the monkey off my back. Get the monkey off my back. I'm tired of them, bullying us, bro. I'm tired of being bullied. And that's what they do to us. And you know what? It was very satisfying. Probably the most satisfying win I've had in a long, long time. Like honestly, man. Like I'll be honest with you. I think I was very satisfied when João Felix, we did all that, was very cool and shit like that. But this season, what we've been doing and who we've been playing and the results that we've been getting, and our winning streak was on the line. Benfica in recent years, y'all, they choke in these moments, right? They choke in a moment where you have a chance to kind of like put your foot on their throat. You know what I mean? And create some space, right? There'll be a game or like Porto will play and they'll lose, and then Benfica can go up a point and Benfica lose. You know what I mean? And now Porto still up 2. You know what I mean? Like
here real quick, Mello. Yeah. This comment, sorry not to interrupt. The fact that Otavio finishes this game without 1 yellow card is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I agree. He's
Zach's comment just made me think of that. That play,
he's due. And two things. Another thing too, and I wanted to talk about this a little bit because it happens at the end of the game. Was it a goal?
No.
Was it a goal?
I was on the line. I was actually Mellow where I was sitting. I'm not sure if you saw the picture I sent.
We didn't get. Okay, you were on, but we didn't get no kind of picture, nothing. Like we didn't get nothing on TV. Nobody even talked about the shit. They just, he made a great goal. And I'm thinking, could we at least, is there a goal line technology? And then I remember that there is no goal line technology. Yeah, there's no goal line technology. Wait, there was no goal line technology at the Benfica game this past weekend.
That was on us though, because we're doing.
But was there no goal line technology? And maybe should it have tried to been used? No VAR at all. Nobody called it. Nobody said anything about it.
Referees in Portugal don't have the watches like they do in England. If the ball goes, like there's a chip in the balls in England, or there's something to do with the posts. I don't know exactly how it works, but there's something where they get pretty much a notification when the ball crosses the line. I'm pretty sure it's like some sort of camera, some shit. Portugal doesn't have that. But this isn't great, but like this was my view, for example. It's a pretty solid view of the goal, right? Like the goal line. And I did not see the ball cross. Granted, I'm a human, right? But like nobody was up in arms. Everyone was saying, what a hell of a save. And I think the camera angle is a little bit unjust, I should say, because when you look at it, it kind of looks like the ball's in, but like that's not an accurate.
And I'm not saying that couldn't be. Yeah. I'm not saying that could not have been
topic.
Right. I'm not saying that could not have been altered or a fake picture with the blue and all that shit. You know how people are. I'm not saying. All I'm saying is I think the ball stopped. Right when that happened, there was a break. And all I'm saying is maybe I could have got a replay on the television, a little closer one, or maybe it could have been.
I didn't watch.
Maybe could have just had hey, did it go in? Hey, did that go in? Maybe a talk. Hey, I don't even want them to go to the sideline every time. I'm just saying, like, was
up
that
top?
Up top? Yo, hey, would y'all see anything? Do we have to look at that a little closer? That's all I'm saying. It takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds, and then they're like, nah, no go. All right, cool, move on. But the fact that didn't happen. But if they're gonna bitch, we're gonna bitch too. So Benfica end up, nabbing that goal though. I think it was the 70th minute, 72nd minute,
72nd, yeah.
72nd minute, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't get to enjoy it the way I wanted to because
No one did.
instantly they're quick
I will say, Mello, because again, that was on my side of the field. It was like actually right where we were sitting, right? So it was perfect to see.
Very
I thought
close
he was
by.
offsides.
Yeah.
Like clearly he was not. But in real time, I thought it was offsides.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, Joe. I thought the same thing. I was like, fuck, what shit? And then I'll be honest with you.
Oh wow.
And then I'll be honest with you, Joe. Even when they gave us the goal, at that moment, I still thought it was offsides. But that made me enjoy it even more, like because I knew what if it really like they'd be talking about this shit all week, and it'll just be like, this is why we lost. Imagine talking about your loss all week. You know what I mean? Like, I'll move the fuck on. Like, I'm not talking about this shit.
Mello. But then after the play, right? Then like Taremi pushes Gonzalo. If he doesn't push him, Otavio's going to like swing at him. Classic fourth game, got a little rough. But then at the end of the game, I don't know. I felt like we had another chance. Obviously, the Neres deflection that Diogo Costa saves off the line.
Ooh, hey, that fucking goalkeeper, bruh.
He's did you hear today? He's the first keeper in the history of the Champions League to save 3 penalties in the group stage. Or I think it's period in the Champions League.
Christ, bro.
He's unreal.
That's crazy. Vlachodimos hasn't saved 3 penalties in his whole career. So that dude did it. Jesus. You know what, though? I'll tell you what. That guy, I'll say this. That guy makes me understand why I get mad at Odie so much.
Because he's unreal.
Yeah, because you know why? Because it wasn't the fact that he saved that one play. It's not that. It's his distribution with the ball. It's like he could pick out a player 30 yards out, 40 yards, 50 yards out, and put it at their feet on the run, like from a goalkeeper spot. Like the shit was fucking crazy to watch.
Yeah,
it really was pissing me off.
Hey,
really.
One thing that I want to bring up because I see people in the chat talking about it. So,
but like SLB said.
So real quick, yeah. He was solid, but like.
Oh, that play, because he made himself.
That was a defensive issue.
That's the play of the match. I didn't mean to. That's the play of the match. Odie's save, play of the match.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
Because that would have been an early goal, man, and we'd have been chasing the whole fucking game. We'd have been chasing them the whole fucking game, bro. And that never works out.
Yeah, I see. Personally, I think Grimaldo was just absolutely phenomenal that game, especially just me watching it live. He really stuck out to me. And I think that he game week in, week out. When I say week in, week out, every time we play Porto, he shows up. But really, one thing that I really just want to bring back, the reason why I think we won this game again comes down to coaching. Because when we played them last season, what happens? Andre Almeida gets a first half yellow card, and we're stupid, don't take him off, and see an early red card. Right? Like we were in a position 2-1 to come back and try to win this game. The second Almeida comes, like we lose Andre Almeida with that red card, we lost that game. And so Schmidt putting us in the position to win, even though it was still 0-0, right? He could have said, hey, Enzo's our best player. I don't want to lose him. Joel Maida's been playing great. He didn't play the Porto game very well, but like in general, he's been playing great. I need him in there. No. He had the balls to say, like you said, he had those stones and said, nah, we're going out.
And what do you have to lose? Like I said, there was no flow of the game at that time, and they were bullying us, bro. But I'll tell you what, when that goal went in and we finally got to celebrate, I knew, because you know what I think is Benfica's strongest side of the ball. I think our defense is our strongest side, and what I mean is our line, our two in the middle. Even our Grimaldo and Florentino Luis and Enzo Fernandez are some beasts. Mainly Florentino. That defensive line is nice. I knew that we could handle. And they're a man down. I knew it. I was like, we got this in the fucking bag. You know what I mean? Like in the back of my mind, we got this in the fucking bag. And you know what? There's a little bit of scares at the end, but nothing crazy. I just like they didn't really put us in a spot where Odie had to make a bunch of saves at the end of the match. You know what I'm saying?
The scariest part was
they tried to get the yellow. They tried to get the second yellow on a couple players the whole match, chasing the whole match. Dirty tactics.
For me, the scariest play of the match was the one that we ended up scoring on because they had the corner kick where the ball comes out and they almost score it. Like the ball is laid off at the top of the box for, I think it wasn't Otavio, maybe it was Otavio. Someone takes a shot there at the end of the box, and like the whole stadium was like, "Oh, Porto's about to score," and then but if you could go down the field and score on the counterattack.
Sure. Oh yeah.
That's like what left it. Like the most dangerous part of the game wasn't if you get in the post, wasn't that Taremi shot, even though that was a huge play and save, right? Wasn't it was literally right before Benfica scores. And typically that's what Porto does. We almost score and then give up, concede on the counterattacks because they're lethal. But thankfully they weren't lethal this match.
Yep.
You want to move on to
oh, real quick, I just I seen some news. Muratu got hurt again on the B team. I don't know if everybody knew that. I saw in the chat. Looks like he did get. Nick, what's going on, brother? Welcome in, bro. Zachariah has been in the chat a while, man. Shout out to you guys. Benfica fan, what's going on? Thank you guys for sticking with us. We didn't pick up the Shuri. You didn't pick Shuri's of the match. So if you want to go that for Porto.
My Shuri's of the match is Romario. He didn't do a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought João Mario?
Everyone at the stadium was upset when he got taken off at halftime, like the Porto fans, because he was playing so shit. He didn't have much more.
Son of a bitches.
He wasn't connecting balls or anything well.
No, yeah.
At all.
Enzo Fernandez was worse to me. I think
they both played like shit. It's just you had higher expectations for Enzo.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I think we got an Enzo to beat Porto, right?
Yes.
Like when you're building a team, Benfica, you have to build a team to beat the team you can't, right? The team you can't beat, right? So I thought, Florentino, Enzo, they're here. Frederick now, they're here to beat a team like Benfica. And I said before the end match, our midfield is going to win us this game. I said that. I said Benfica. I saw Fred, saw Enzo, saw João, and I'm like, there's no way that we lose this game in the midfield. And we fucking sure did that first 28 minutes, 27 minutes, bro. We lost it because Enzo just wasn't playing well. He wasn't connecting on passes. And I don't know if it was something that Roger was telling him to do, but how many lob passes, how many over-the-top passes did Benfica give? When we got the ball back, we gave it right back with a terrible pass over top. Like, play your game, play your small ball. And we're going to get to Juve game right now. But they said something into the Juve game today. They said Benfica is so great with these intricate passes. That's their game, these intricate passes. The small ticky-tack, boom, boom, boom. One guy goes, fucking the next thing, the guy's running, gone. It's a goal. But Benfica wasn't doing that against Porto because they were getting pressed and they were getting scared. But, we won. You know what I mean? And I'm glad we did. It's about fucking time. We this season couldn't have started off any better. I couldn't have asked for any better start to the game. I will
say that when I looked at the schedule, I did have high expectations for the season, just like last season. Last season it was like before we played Braga, kind of figured that we would be wiping the table with everyone. When it came this season, I saw that first Juve game, said, hey, that's the one that's on the calendar that we got to look out for. But nothing else really shocked me. Then Juve happens. Then you go, okay, but then now we have, 2 PSG matches. Then those happen. Then it's like, all right, but we got Porto. Porto happens. All right, we got through that, but we have Juve right after.
When's Joe, my bad. Is Sporting before the World Cup?
After. It's January
after
15th.
the World Cup. I want to say something about this Sporting team. I haven't seen such a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde team.
Hey, weird, man. It's weird.
I'm kind of worried about them. And then I'm watching them sometimes and I'm like, these motherfuckers is trash. And then I watch them, I'm like,
you saw it. So even within the Champions League, right? Except for today.
Yeah, Tottenham is trash, though. I can't believe.
No, they're choke artists. Tottenham are not trash, but they're choke artists, if that makes sense.
Oh, they're trash, Joe.
No,
I think I don't rate. There's 2 players. There's 2 players on that team I rate. Their 3-back line. You can't tell me. You can't tell. I'll take Otamendi and Antonio Silva over all 3 of those guys.
Yeah.
Eric Dyer is.
He should still be a sports thing.
He should still be there. He speaks Portuguese too. What's the other guy? Leggett? What's the other guy?
Yeah.
Leggett? Trash. Trash, boy. Three
And
in
then
the back. 3 in the back.
what
You're
is it?
wasted.
Ramiro's the other one.
Oh, that guy is good. He's a monster. That guy's a monster. But them other two make him look bad. Are trash. See, Zach, they're trash, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
Now, see, I think in all seriousness,
I'm worried. I'm worried. That's the one team I'm worried about because, and I'm not saying I'm not worried because I think they're good. I think they're just so Dr. Jekyll. Like I don't know what Sporting is gonna show up that day.
I'm worried about
Is Marcus Edwards gonna, fucking show up and be
this.
the fucking Marcus Edwards he's been in the Champions League? Because the guy's been playing fucking lights out in the Champions League, bro. He's trying to go back home.
This sounds stupid. Right?
Marcus Edwards is playing to try like bring me home. I can't fuck
Yeah.
around with this Porto player who's fucking Portuguese anymore.
The one thing I'll say is for real, I am a little bit worried looking at our schedule. Like we play Estoril, and so like obviously we beat Caldas. We made it to the next round of the Taça Portugal, the fourth round. We're playing Estoril. That typically wouldn't worry me, except we also play them 3 days, huh?
Aren't they the worst team?
No, Estoril are nice.
They're nice.
Estoril are in 5th place, I think.
Oh, okay.
They're the one that Verissimo, our old coach, is there now, and then also Thiago Gouveia, who's like he's the sick winger that I thought we were going to keep. We loaned him out. Actually,
there's our winger right there.
Yeah,
but I don't believe in you. I don't believe in teams saying, "Oh, I need him back." You don't. You admitted to a dumb mistake. Let the guy flourish. You don't fucking stun his growth.
I would like us to, but unless it's
no.
Actually, I take that back. I'm all about calling the player back if they're not being played. He's getting minutes. He's playing well. Let him play.
Let him play.
I agree with that. He's clearly there. Look, would he help us? Yeah, but it's better that he has 1 full year, has that confidence built up, and then he's like, okay, guess what? I'm ready to play Benfica.
Yeah.
But anyway, what am I saying?
And Benfica will get a winner.
We play them the 6th in the Liga, and then the 9th in the Taça. 3 days, 2 games in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Back to back. That's what I'm saying. So
and you know what I think though, Joe? That's back-to-back wins, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. You go smack these. You go smack them both.
Tough. Let's be real.
Tough.
You know how it's like
absolutely.
Hockey.
And that's like in football. It's American football. You play a team twice. If you beat a team twice, it's hard to beat them 3 times, man.
Or if you play them once in the regular season, once in the playoffs, the team that usually lost in the regular season makes those mistakes only once. They don't make them
only
again.
Once. Yeah. I agree. But hey, if we lose to them in the cup, fine. I ain't tripping.
Well,
I'll eat that. Don't beat our unbeaten streak. Don't beat our unbeaten streak in the Liga. I know, but in the Liga, I'm just saying, like, don't fuck up our Liga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh well, we lost.
I'm trying to think of like, I want Benfica. I don't want us to lose, obviously, but at the same time, I think we're gonna have to lose.
It's gonna be tough.
But like, I want it to be at the right time, right?
Hey,
and
bro,
I don't think that's the right
Sporting
time.
didn't lose a match. Oh, that was the Liga, huh?
And
that
I'm
gonna say Sporting didn't lose a match until fucking December last year.
No, well,
us.
It was
us. It's that last game of the year and shit. Like,
well, no, it was 2 years when they won the league. We stopped.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Porto last year, Porto lost 1 game to Braga. That was it.
It's completely possible, bro. We're on our college. Remember before the show started, you said we're on our college football shit right now, bro. Yeah. We're on our number 1 ranked in the world college football shit right now. And I said something during the Juve game, and let's just get into that Juve game because that's why the show is called Bing Bang Boom, because that's really how this week happened, right? Called us a little of a bing. Porto, we banged them. Yeah, that's just how it goes. And then boom, fucking Juve happened. And I don't want to get too far ahead, but the score does not reflect what kind of ass whooping we truly gave Juventus that yesterday. It was yesterday. That it doesn't even come close. It doesn't show it. It doesn't whatsoever. Like if someone just watched it, oh, it was a good game. Not really, man. There was times in the game. There was times in the match where I saw João Mario put his foot on top of the ball and just stand there. Like he was just standing there, bro. And nobody was coming to get it. And when they did, it was out of there quick. And now they're being intricate passes, like I had mentioned, that we're good at. What a display in the Champions League. I'm so fucking happy they did that for Benfica fans at home. Joe, you missed a hell of a game. I know that's going to sting a little bit, just a little. Just a little like, damn, I could have been there. But holy shit, what a game Benfica came up, man. Like that Benfica fan said, man. He could have been up 5-1, could have been up 6-1. If Rafa, this the thing, all this motherfucker Rafa. I love Rafa so much. But damn, I be wanting to punch his little ass in his face sometimes. Like, come on, you gotta put these away, you little man.
So that's the thing, right? Like,
come on.
First of all, yeah, like when we're talking about, there's so many things to bring up, honestly, in this game. Whether it was the fact that again they've been doing
Don't bring it up. Don't bring that up.
But like even out, but like you listen, Mello, in against PSG, against Juve, listen to the Champions League anthem. You can't hear it because the Benfica fans are being so loud. And yes, I like Mello alluded to, I did win tickets actually to this game. I gave them away to one of my buddies. You know, obviously we want all the seats to be taken. Did it hurt a little that I couldn't go? Yeah, but I watched it and it was honestly great just the same. But for me, this game, Mello, and I don't, I'm a guy that likes to try to take off the red glasses, as we say. I think this game should have legitimately been 8-3 in Benfica's favor, because I think Juve, the second goal.
We're still going to give him those last 3. Yeah, we're still going to give him the last 2.
Honestly, I'm not going to even give him the last goal because I think Odie was an idiot.
Oh yeah. Odie,
I'm going to give him the header that the guy missed, at the very end of the game. Right, that's the third one they give. Odie. And that's why he's my Chavista of the match. Shit. Odie, man, I'm sorry. He saves us in some big games. Like we talk about, blah, 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 shot stopper and everything. Mello, the guy can't hold the ball.
He can't catch. He can't catch.
He needs to. That third goal, people keep trying to tell me that it wasn't his fault. It's all his fault.
Odie didn't catch COVID, Joe. I'm going to tell you that right now. He was the only player on Benfica that year that didn't catch COVID because the motherfucker just can't catch, bro. There was that play. He goes to grab it, and the ball just go straight to the ground, straight to the floor. The shit, yes, bro. Like that, and that's why I made that comment about the Porto keeper. Is like, yo, when I saw him play, I'm thinking, yo, like, man.
Hey, listen, when I was at the Porto game and they called his name, obviously I was sitting amongst all the Porto fans, so I had to do it sooner or later. But I clapped. When he came out to warm up and I saw Dio Costa, I'm like, honestly, I really like him. He's never done anything for me not to like him.
I would have clapped just to get his attention and then gave him the bird. What are you doing? I'm just kidding.
No, but look, talking about the starting lineup, Mello, Neres killed against Porto, but doesn't get the call up again. Right?
Yeah.
But this time it works out really well.
Because this is the game. This is how we played them last time. This the starting lineup we played last time, if I'm not mistaken. Fred played against Juve the first time.
But he didn't play that well.
No, I'm just saying we won. I'm just saying he just went back to the starting lineup. I mean, if you could go back and look, I think Fred played that game.
I'm going to look it up. You could be right, and I'm not recalling right now. No, Neres started that game.
Okay.
So it's the same exact lineup, except Neres was on the left side, and everything else was the same.
Maybe that's injury. Maybe he's just taking it slow.
No, but I think it had to be what it was, that they didn't think he was physically fit. But just to kind of give you like how I saw the match, that within the first 5 minutes, it's the play. There are so many plays again, oh my god! Like who was it? I think it was EES was saying it's like watching the Globetrotters in '75, right? So or for the first 75 minutes, and
it was ballet. It was like ballet.
It was the connection between Frederick.
It was the Nutcracker.
Frederick and Rafa and João Mario and Enzo. Enzo and Grimaldo is getting involved, and Antonio Silva is getting involved in the pass. First of all, the kid gets his first goal. I was super happy, but even before that. Rafa, there's some plays too where I rewatched
the flick pass to João Mario, bruh. Why didn't he shoot the fucking ball? Why didn't he take the ball? After you did all of that, you deserve it.
Look, Rafa was by far no one's gonna. This was his best game. I think he might.
We just say right now he was the man of the match. Rafa was the man of the match.
Yeah, bro. But really, Mello, when's the last time? I think this is by far his best game he's ever played. For Benfica. I'm trying to think
Who?
of a better game I've seen Rafa Silva play for Benfica. I can't think of it because look,
Rafa?
did he? Yeah, did he finish? Look, defensively, he was a machine. Didn't stop sprinting the whole match. Yes, he hits the post. Yes, he misses that header. Yes, he has another shot in the first half. But like he gets behind Bonucci. Bonucci's a moron and lets the ball go through right on that goal kick that I think Gonzalo Ramos might have headed on or someone headed on.
Bonucci needs to follow his partner to the MLS.
Yeah,
That's what he needs
he needs to. He
do,
needs
boy.
to. Yeah, he needs to go to
Go
LA.
to LA. Go to LA, my boy. Yeah.
But
Go
like
to LA.
anyway, but long story short, I think this was Rafa's, like, you know, I don't want to say his coming out game because everyone knows who Rafa is, right? Like he's great. But it was a game where Europe's watching, right? Fernando Sanchez in the stands, and I'm glad that Rafa honestly turned him down because I think Fernando Sanchez is a bum. But anyway, but yeah, you got this goal, which was my play of the match.
I'm so
Unreal.
happy about that. I'm so
Unreal.
happy. Rafa could just chill out.
And you know
relax.
what? You know what? He said that it was to focus on Benfica. That was the best part. Or not, he didn't say it, but like Roger was saying, like, yes, he's focused on Benfica. I thought that was great. And yeah, and this moment was unreal. I was like, I had goosebumps after his
You know
goal.
what that reminded me of? It reminded me of when Ruben Diaz scored his goal in the last Benfica match. I just watched Antonio Silva score his last goal and like not legit, like he'll probably get one more this year, but I was just like, damn, man.
I don't think
we gotta do this, bro.
I don't think he's gone
yet. Joe, he's gone. Joe, if someone says, yo, I will give you $80 million for this 19-year-old kid. You got Lucas Verissimo. You got Lucas Verissimo. You got. I'm just saying.
Well, if there's a position
or the buyout clause, brother, the buyout, it's $100 million. The buyout's $100 million.
If
and
it's
Benfica is serious, Benfica serious. Like they said, we don't need the money. Rui Costa said it.
But here's the thing. I'm saying we're not going to get into like transfers and stuff right now. But I think looking at this starting lineup, even right now, I don't think Grimaldo renews with us, unfortunately. I think you lose Enzo.
Right now. I'm good with Ristic next year. I'm good with Ristic.
Honestly, I've liked what I've seen from him. But here's the thing: Grimaldo's been great. He's played almost now over the last couple games he passed. I think it was Salvio for the fifth most games.
Who we got? I'm real quick, Joe. I'm so glad you brought it up. We got him out, y'all. Hey, y'all. If I had a we got him out. It worked. We appreciate all the signatures we got. All the fan mail that he received, all of that. We got Salvio out. Free Salvio
from jail.
He was right. We got him notes, all that, bro. It worked. I'm happy with this really means some shit. That's what I'm saying, Nick. This shit means something. You know what I'm saying? When we get together as Portuguese Americans / Portuguese / we got my homies from Ireland, Argentinians. Yeah, man. Benfica fans everywhere. We came out. We did a good thing, bro. Free Salvio. That's what I'm talking about. Now,
but one of the things, Mello, that I do think is interesting to think about was like this comment right here. I look at this team. I think Gonzalo Ramos is gone for 50 mil. I think Rafa might be gone unless Roger. The only thing is, and I don't think Juve have the money to pay for Rafa. They got the money maybe to pay for Grimaldo because they'll leave on a free, but Juve don't have the money, especially now that they're not going to have Champions League money, right? Like they're not getting knockout stage money. They're suffering in the league. They might not get that money, right? Like that's like saying Barcelona's going to sign them, but those bums are back in the Europa League too. I'm so happy about that. But no, what I was going to say is I think there are so many guys to sell. Honestly, like you said, I think that the center back position is what we can afford. Because look, we have Moratu, we have Lucas Verissimo, we have Otamendi. I think he is going to get re-signed, even if it's for a year. Which, hey, for the locker room, maybe that's the best thing. He's been a great captain.
Then I think Otamendi is going to be a hell of a manager.
That's on loan at Juve. And aside from Otamendi, he's been playing great. So, like, you have so much depth at that position.
What, center back?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. I paid $100 million for the 18-year-old.
Someone comes and hits his release clause. Gonzalo Ramos, I think someone puts a good offer in, and Benfica, maybe trigger it. I think Rafa's there. I think there are so many different guys to move, but Benfica doesn't need to sell.
No, they don't, Joe. But I will tell you this: if I gave Roger Schmidt $100 million and said, "Go out and get what you need," I'm so confident that he'll get 20 Fred Arsenases. Okay. And I don't mean by center mids. I just mean he'll go out. He identified that guy. That was, everyone talks about Enzo. And I'm not taking anything away from that. But Fred might have been just an important signing for Benfica.
I mean, look at this
as
guy.
Enzo Fernandez was.
Look at that.
He might have
Look at that
been.
face.
Come
You
on.
think he looks like a
you know
baller?
who he reminds?
He looks like he works at a Best Buy, Mello.
Do
He
you
looks like
know
he works at a
who
Best
he
Buy
came to?
in the Geek Squad department.
Yo, that is Phasia reincarnated, bro. But with offensive, like with a pass.
No man
Bruh.
bun.
No man bun, bro. But I'm just saying, like, things.
He
History
literally
repeats
is, though. He literally is.
Yeah,
That's so,
he's
he
the
kinda looks like
reincarnation
him.
of.
Now that you
But
said
he
that.
could pass the ball. He could get forward. Phasia couldn't do that at all.
No, well,
couldn't do that.
defensively,
I'll be like,
Phasia
Phasia, stay your ass back where you belong. All right, don't be getting up in here with the big boys. Okay, look, man. This if you give Benfica that much money and let go Roger go and get, I'm sure there's some players who probably want to come play with him. I mean, if we still got the guy who signed Enzo, what's that guy's name, man?
Pedro Raj.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go, man. There you go, man. Like I'm fine. I'm fine with getting, like, if you had to let Antonio Silva go for the buyout clause, and then we just made all this money on the.
We got to see a little bit in the Caldas game and even before João Victor, the guy who we bought that was injured.
Yeah.
Man, he's fast.
And Lucas Verissimo was out there playing soccer a little bit. He was out there playing games. He
started his first recovery match. Fingers
right?
crossed that everything goes well
against the Juve game. And
he didn't.
No, he wasn't playing soccer. What I meant, he was. They showed him out there. Correct. Yeah, they were just playing games. Correct. You know what I'm saying?
Training and stuff.
Training, right? Or what I meant by, if somebody came knocking for Antonio Silva $100 million.
I mean, you have to.
You have to do it. Yeah, don't be like, oh, we don't need. No. Sell the kid. You got plenty back there.
But hey,
you'll make another one. There's more in the lab, but it's up to him. But
they
all want to go. They all want to go.
The thing that's not, but he honestly, I really do think he's very different. I don't know. You have so much talent in this Benfica side. I think that really, I think our dream is to try to hold on to, for example,
all of them.
Some of these guys and try to repeat things. But Melo, it's like Sporting after they won. Palinha, everyone looks at those guys. You should have sold. They look at those guys because they have great years and they say, you should have sold.
Joe, if there's one man, though, that can keep these guys with him, is Roger, man. Look, I've been saying this shit. Would y'all just tell me I was right? Somebody please tell me I was right. We got to get these Portuguese coaches up out of here, man. It's too much drama. It's too much drama with them. They love to be the star. They love to get headlines in the newspapers. They love sound bites. They love, rustling feathers and shit like that. They love to say it was me. They say, the motherfucker said that he was, we're going to put him on the cross and shit. Like, he says stupid shit. JJ says stupid shit. You know what I mean? And nobody was charismatic. I don't think Roger will go next year. You can't go next year, Roger. You signed a contract. They're not going to let him go.
As a coach, too, he signed only for 2 years. I think he likes it here. I think he's the type of coach that, he's not like – I don't want to say that Portuguese people in general have this mentality because of the Liga. I think that Roger is okay. He's not using Benfica as a stepping stone. He's using it to, just kind of get more experience. It's not like
he used PSV as a stepping stone.
Yeah, exactly. And Amorim, for example, like – the Portuguese managers, a young Portuguese manager like him, people look at Ruben Amorim. He's the same as if he played for Sporting. He's a player that, he's going to be good, and then he's going to go to a top club in England, or one of those clubs, or Spain, or whatever it is. Schmidt's low-key, man. He's a low-key guy. He's a family guy. His kids are happy that he's in Benfica. He loves Lisbon from the looks of it. He's with his whole team here. The fans have given him everything to love and nothing to hate. Like, he doesn't seem like the type of guy that's just going to leave. What I think honestly happens, I don't know if it's, if Benfica make a quarterfinal, I think the second after, Benfica are knocked out of the Champions League, boom, you see him get renewed another year. And I think that's a great move by Rui Costa. I 100% honestly trust Rui Costa. I think that Schmidt would like a full transfer window. I think he had one last year, but I think that also maybe, Rui Costa was hesitant because we even talked about it. What happens if we don't qualify for the Champions League last year, right? Because we didn't get guaranteed qualification. We had to go through the third round in the fourth round, and that wasn't guaranteed. So you can't go spending $100 million like we did with JJ, and then have it all backfire on you and have to sell Ruben Dias because we didn't have a Ruben Dias this year. Yeah, we could have sold Gonzalo for maybe 40, but we didn't have that type of bankroll like we did with Ruben Diaz just sitting there.
And you had no replacement. You had no replacement, right? Gonzalo Ramos fits whatever Roger's doing up top in the striker position. I can guarantee you that I don't think that Gonzalo Ramos is Roger's like first ideal. You're right.
I think he loves. I think he's his ideal substitute. But here's the thing: Benfica, they don't want a kid like Gonzalo to be a substitute.
Who would even realistically? And I know we always say this. We're gonna have to do this like soon. Maybe during the break. Maybe during the break.
We have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of shit. Yeah, we'll do some things. We can't stay too far away from football during the break. The games for Portugal, we could do Portugal games. I mean, I'm not worried about it. We could highlight the Benfica players that are gonna save Portugal. Antonio Silva. We could do that. João Felix. I wish. All right, I wish. Maybe even on loan. How about that? Just give him on loan. Just give him to us on loan. That'd be great. Let's do this because there we go. Free João Felix, bro.
You heard the official news, right? Atleti are out.
It's good. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yep. I saw that today.
I would love. Hey, here's the thing. I would love a 6-month loan for João Felix. Hopefully, he stays healthy. But yeah, because I think. Could you imagine that? I mean, it's rumored. Yeah, I mean, the rumors are also from like Benfica fan accounts. Like, no one actually. No offense to Benfica, right? First of all, like with his salary, I don't know how we'd be able to handle that. I mean, I know technically we could, but I know that
there was a rumor Ronaldo's coming. Like, come on.
Yeah, right. And he's going to Sporting. They don't have money, but
he ain't going to fucking Sporting.
No, I mean, I'm already said we don't have money. We're broke. It's true.
And also, what? If and I'm not saying that, and this isn't like, oh, Benfica, you shouldn't want him. If there was a team in Portugal, if Ronaldo wanted to come back to Portugal to play football, he'd have to actually try to play for Benfica. Like, he'd have to right now. Like, if
he's the only ones that have the money.
Doesn't his agent does some shit? Doesn't his agent That's what I'm like. Who's his agent?
It's Mendes. He's the biggest one. George Mendes. He was the one that made him so big. Ronaldo was the one that made him so big, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, no, I know. But George Mendes always seems to be in our pockets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's involved in a bunch of businesses. And if you look at the
I'm just saying these are rumors. All those guys. These are rumors, of course. But I did.
Yeah, but like this, for example, is 100% true. Like, I actually, part of me, when I look at like world football, I always root for the second Benfica gets knocked out. I root for City because I just am convinced in the back of my mind if Bernardo Silva wins a couple of Champions Leagues, gets the bag from City, he'll come to Benfica sooner. I could see Bernardo Silva come to Benfica before he turns 30, still in his prime. Like, I could actually see that happen. I think if Bernardo Silva wins a Champions League, and I think all Benfica fans should be rooting for Bernardo Silva and City to win a Champions League, because it's sooner for him to come back. Ruben Dias, you could forget about him until he's like 34, right? He's not coming back, I don't think. But Bernardo Silva, I definitely see him coming back. He wants to be president one day. He wants to play for Benfica. He never got the chance. Ruben Dias did. He won a championship. Bernardo was out here playing for, playing right back for JJ for one game. Like, that's his Benfica experience.
I remember that. 15 million for the kid.
Which honestly,
you're talking at that time. Sure, okay. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. And you're talking about 100 million for a 19-year-old. If you get it, shit, don't do it. I agree with this Wolves thing. Hey, we need to start calling Wolves probably. Get us. Yeah, but they just bought that dude. You know what I mean?
Rafinha, for example, like,
they bought him for like $30 million. I'm not fucking paying him for that. I'm not.
They're not. If they get relegated, no. But Melo, if they get relegated,
I know he's a Sportingista or a Pedro Neto or a Portista. Who was he? Pedro Neto, member of the.
Yeah, I mean Port, but I'm pretty sure he actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he might have been an actual Benfica fan.
Hey, you call one of them guys, man. I'd love to know
because he was a Braga.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know. I think he might have played in the Port Youth Academy, but then when he came up, he was at Braga.
Got it.
up north.
Hey, real quick, and before, and we're gonna get to the we'll just do the shooties of the match. I mean,
yeah, because we're also
Juve game was an ass whooping. Yeah, and I know you got to get going.
Yeah.
I just want honest opinions real quick. Do y'all really think that Benfica will sign another player in the January window? I don't know how the window is going to work this year with the World Cup. I don't know if it's going to be extended a little bit further out, pushed out, done before the World Cup. I don't know how the fuck they're going to do it. But honestly, just, yes or no, do you think it'll happen? I have this funny feeling that Benfica will make one. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, I was gonna say we'll at least make one signing. I think because, I don't know who it was that said earlier about the Julian Draxler signing as a panic signing, and it was. And I like Julian
Here's
Draxler.
the thing, though, Mello.
I just don't know if I like him on Benfica.
Something quick. We didn't talk about it because again we didn't have. I think if Mario was here too, we might have brought it up, but we had a lot to go through today. Draxler comes on in the second half in the Porto match and then comes off injured, right? We don't know what's going on with him. Maybe we cancel his loan. But in general, right, like the way I was just looking at it right now, I wanted to know when the draw was. So the round of 16 matches actually are like, as always, mid-February, early March, right? But the draw is scheduled for November 7th. Part of me feels like if Benfica get a decent opponent through the draw, that we grab someone in January.
We try to grab somebody, huh?
Yeah.
Try to do one in playoff runs, like a player, like the teams go out and get a big player. You're like, what?
Baseball, exactly. The baseball,
like baseball method. Yeah.
Basketball.
Imagine that.
And look, we'll have a separate match after we have the Maccabi match next week and everything, and I'm sure we'll talk more about the draw and all that stuff. But man, Benfica just being qualified is like. I bought this jersey before the Juve game. You know how pissed I'd be if I bought a jersey where we don't even make it out of the round of 16 and get to
9.5. We did took care of business in Israel, bro. They're a tough team. I get it. The crowd, I get it. All that stuff. We did took care of business in Israel. We would have. Yeah, sorry, no disrespect. We would have took care of business.
No, that's what I was saying too. Like, look, it's hard. We kind of say that to kind of like give them respect, but at the same time, look, they lost to PSG 7-2. And that's kind of what people thought they were going to be the whole round. But they didn't beat Juve. And I don't think that speaks to Juve being trash, which they are.
No, but they did. So I appreciate it. I just wanted to know what everybody's consensus was as far as really signing somebody. Because we always say we need. But do you really think, you know what I mean? Napoli will, oh, no, I don't want that. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't want that.
Seriously, for me, give me anyone that's not Bayern Munich or Man City, and I'm okay. Do I think we win against Liverpool or Real Madrid? No, but I think we have a chance. Right? If you give me City,
hey man,
Bayern, I say, hey, thanks for playing. That's
what? You know what? Like I don't normally quote Biggie Smalls too many times, but if you don't know, now you know. You feel me? Now you know. Benfica. I got phone calls from like family, like, yo, my bad. I'm sorry. I was talking all that shit. I thought y'all was gonna get knocked out. My bad. Y'all just whooped everybody. I'm like, I know. It's okay. Don't come to you ain't invited to the final. You ain't invited to the cookout. I'll tell you that right now. Do you want to do your player of the match, man of the match?
Yeah.
For Juve game?
Yeah.
Go ahead and start it out.
So bro. I'll start my player of the match. We already said it, Rafa, right? There's like no doubt in that. Please also in the chat.
That goal. That flick goal. Oh shit.
Please let us know. Please let us know who your shitties of the match, man of the match, play of the match were for the Juve match.
Absolutely.
Mello, I think we can kind of go one by one here. Player of the match, Rafa, right? We're
that flick goal, bro. That shit was nasty. Oh
and so that's the back heel you're talking about, or the one he chips it over?
Back heel. No,
that's my player of the match too.
That's my player of the match, bro. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, that's the second back heel he's done in a matter of weeks.
And you know what? But I will say honorable mention for both players, just because I feel like those were both so obvious. And then for me, shitties the match is Odie because he still can't catch the damn ball. But look, for me, honorable mention for at least for the first two, right? For player of the match, I thought that at least in this particular match, João Mario was incredible. I mean, you could have given it to Enzo, you could have given it to Odyssey, you could have given it to Frederick, but I thought João Mario was great. I thought Grimaldo was great too, but João Mario was great. And especially that penalty. Bro, João Mario's been taking a lot of pressure penalties. He had a penalty to win the game against
That shit
Vizela.
was.
He had a penalty to win the game against Caldas in the shootout, right? He had this penalty right here to put us up. He had a different penalty against Juve, I believe, as well last time around, if I'm remembering
He's
correctly.
like,
He's had a lot of high pressure penalties. These aren't just
he's like Bruno.
He's not,
Remember when Bruno was hitting all them penalties, bro? That's probably
Yeah.
he was probably learning like a little bit. They probably had that. Romani was nasty at them penalties, bro. The way he kicked that shit straight through it hit the corner of the net, like you know where the shit meet. You know what I mean? Like it hit the corner, bro. Like what a show! What a goal to take it. And was it soft? Hell yeah, bro. I thought that was a soft ass goal. I felt bad for Cuadrado. I was like,
and I thought that was a penalty.
terrible
Chiellini in the 10th minute steps on just cleats Gonzalez calf.
oh
not
my
even yellow.
god, not even a
was like-
yellow. Not even a yellow, bro. That's crazy. So I'll
And you-
take the fucking penalty.
Yeah.
You
And
know
I think
what?
that's a penalty anyway, because again, he kind of puts his hand there and punches. It's bad luck,
And-
but it's a penalty.
And two, just the disrespect that we got from Juve.
Hey,
you
did you hear
know-
the coach before the game?
The
He
hear
goes,
the coach.
Benfica hasn't lost yet. This would be a good time to do it. He's going to get fired.
What do they do? I'm walking in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's Hucka.
Yeah, but no. But one thing I will say, I do want to mention one kind of honorable mention for play of the match. I loved the play that we talked about before. So for the fourth goal, the one that Rafa chips it, the play where Grimaldo comes in, intercepts that ball, anticipates the play, intercepts the ball, and hits that through ball to Rafa. 100% a complete play. Grimaldo made that last goal. Yes, great finish by Rafa, but Rafa also blew like 2 or 3 other chances between the header, but off the bar, right between the one he smashes off the post, between the first half, like everything. And I know, they have that 35 million to pay out, Zach, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
These guys are going to get money from one way or another. I mean, if Barca can have money, then everyone can have money because those dudes are broke as hell.
Yeah, I don't understand. There's got to be some sort of like we have to look in. Somebody got to look into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit don't make any kind of sense to me, bro. We doing the one thing. We're doing the one thing of the comment of the comment of the show. And I thought we're gonna keep this up because the shows really wouldn't be here if it was just us three. I just called these motherfuckers on the phone. You know what I'm saying? We just talk without y'all, but y'all are here. So it's really about y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna give my comment, and this is law, right? There's only one comment. We don't all get to pick one. Zachariah, the only former Benfica that can actually see coming back is Bernardo Silva, but he's still blacklisted by BTV. I mean,
sorry.
No, it's good. I still got it.
Okay, perfect.
It's the comment of the show, y'all. Zachariah.
I agree.
Congrats. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what you guys get. That's the prize. We agree. I completely agree. That's definitely the comment of the show. Because that's weird. All because he said the truth, right? Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, no. Thanks for obviously, everyone. Thanks for coming out today. Tough show without Mario. We were hoping to have his positivity out. You know how much he hates Juve. He would just absolutely relish this. He loves all the Super League clubs. Bro, him today on the show after Barca's knocked out, after Atletico's knocked out, after Juve's out. Oh, he'd be in his glory. I know he's sick as a dog right now, so get well soon, Mario. But
yeah, man,
I know. Soup watching this.
I know we're missing the bald wonder. I hope you feel better, man. You know what they say? Drink juice, orange juice, apple juice, all the juices. Drink them. Stay hydrated. Get better, brother. So where we at next, man? Where we at next before we wrap it up?
We got Shavs on Saturday, 1 p.m. start time for everyone on the East Coast, 10 p.m. for you, 10 a.m. for you, Mello.
Yeah.
6 p.m. for everyone back over in the UK and Portugal. So it's gonna be a good match. Should be exciting for the next match day for the Champions League on Wednesday. The match is gonna be next Wednesday against Maccabi in Israel. No Enzo, because Enzo did pick up a yellow card and suspended.
Good. No good. I'm so glad because he won't get any rest if he doesn't get a red card or some shit. Because Jesus, that's the one thing Roger's kind of worrying me about. Like
rotation,
some rest, bro.
Right. So I'm hoping against Shavs also to see Grimaldo actually right now is playing incredible. So that's the other thing, right? You kind of
Ristic though. Ristic. I'd like to see.
I want to
Ristic,
see
though.
him. I want to
I
see
like
him. That's
Ristic,
exactly what I was
man.
going to say.
I like him.
He
Played a hell
him.
of a game the last time he played.
Yeah, I want to see him. Honestly, I want to see Gilbert get another shot.
See Enrique in there.
And yes, this
there.
kid. I mean, yeah, I think he needs a shot. No offense, Pinu. Look, it's not
all the offense.
But
this is we are playing. We are the wheels are greased on this team, Joe. The fact that we got two strikers sitting on the bench that can't score goals, bro. Take offense to all the offense.
Here's the thing. You know Musa actually is a guy though where he's young. He was a Croatian, getting called up to Croatian internationals and everything like that. Like even if it wasn't the youth level, Musa's a guy. Okay, I don't want to say you waste time on him, but you give him the time, you give him the minutes. Rodrigo Pinho, I'm sorry. Okay, substitute appearances, maybe, yes. He should not get one start unless he's scoring, 2-3 goals, Santiago Munez style, right? Like, he needs to really earn a start. Otherwise, those starts should be going to Musa, Gonzalo, obviously, because he's a starter, and then lastly to Enrique. That's how I look at it. That's just my take on the situation.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you, brother. I agree completely.
And yeah, and also I was, I guess, a little bit shocked in the Caldas match. In hindsight, it's a good thing we didn't do it, but not to see any of the youth. Martinez has been chilling with the B team. Paulo Bernardo really has been quiet. I kind of feel like he should get loaned out at this point if he's not going to be playing. I thought we were going to see a little bit more of him. Obviously, I trust in Roger, so whatever he's doing is for the best. I definitely believe in that. But yeah, just kind of a little bit surprised because especially these guys got their debuts last season. We thought they were going to be featured. Antonio Silva, I thought
Paulo Bernardo.
Yeah, me too.
I thought Paulo Bernardo was nice.
I thought Antonio Silva was going to play in the B team and just wait it out. This dude played 2 games in the B team, and I'm pretty sure it was only after the youth league won. We won the youth league, and he was part of that team. But like Tomás Araújo, the one that we loaned out to Gil Vicente, he was the one that was like playing more. He played in the Taça game, I think, and a couple other games. So anyway, trust the process, trust in Roger, trust in.
I do. Oh, believe me, I do, brother. Believe me, I do. I trust in Roger wholeheartedly.
But yeah, you ready to?
I'm ready, brother. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. Again, man, like and follow us. Follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is going crazy. It goes crazy, man. You guys, really, you never cease to amaze me. I wish we can get all 1,800 people in the show. All 1,800 followers of the Twitter in the show every time. But hey, man, I'll rock with 16, 17. I'll rock with 2 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? As long as you guys are coming in and tuning in,
having a good time.
Having a good time, man. Yeah, you fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? One day we're all gonna celebrate.
Meet up
at a Benfica game, yeah, for sure. And one day soon we're gonna celebrate. We got a lot to celebrate this year, I think. Coming Benfica, what a hell of a time. I think we deserve this shit too. Joe, you deserve this, bro. Diogo, you deserve this. Zachariah, you deserve this. Yeah, I deserve this. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Nick Nelson, y'all deserve this
shit, bag man. Days.
Yeah, paper bag days. Nick, who else we got? SLBES, bro. Y'all deserve this shit. Like for real, man. You deserve how happy you was that day when you found out we was going through. My guy Zach, of course. Glenn Gomes, my guy, you deserve this, bro. Everybody deserves this.
Glenn, especially all the way from
Mario, bro, you deserve this shit, bro. I'm telling you, you deserve it. Free Mario, bro. We got a free Mario, bro. Hey, bro. Again, like Nick said earlier, we're gonna before we head out, we just want to condone again. We don't condone hit and runs. Okay, stay out, stay head on the swivel. Keep your head on the swivel. Okay, guys. All right, we appreciate you guys as always, man. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Peace. Ah, caralho. Hey, epa,